Sister Connie.
Sister Connie here on Clubhouse?
So, yeah, on Clubhouse, Sister Connie.
Oh, wow.
And for some reason, she became like my biggest fan. And so she's always making videos. So if you go to the Prophets Republic Plus on YouTube, 95% of the videos she has are from my lives that I show. So,
Wow.
uh,
Amen. That's good.
and I want to say that, you know, on a, kind of like on a religious level, we see in Genesis 4:26 that it was in the time of Enosh, that they began to call on the name of Yahweh. So that precedes the flood. When we get to Exodus chapter 6, something is very important. In verse 2 of Exodus chapter 6, it says, "Then God spoke to Moses, telling him, I am Yahweh. And I appeared, right, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as God Almighty, right, El Shaddai. But I was not known to them by my name, Yahweh." Okay? Many scholars, many rabbis will say, well, this is the covenant name. However, Yahweh is used to describe God prior to him revealing himself to Moses. But what's very important is that you don't have a blasphemy law for that name prior to chapter 20 of Exodus, verse 7. So there's something very important about that name, that now God has to put a prohibition on misusing that name. Never before was that prescription given. And in that sense, when we think of the importance of that name, it's so important that God would actually prohibit misusing that name. That brings us to the distinction between this general term Allah, which to me is a pagan Kaaba god, and our God. I mean, there's simply a major distinction, because along with the revealing of that name to Moses, later came a prescription for misusing that name. So it's very important, and throw it around like it's equivalent to just other terms like El or Aloha to me is just straight up blasphemy. Let's get back to Jesus.
Jesus more than Muhammad.
Where was Isa ibn Maryam born, according to the Quran?
She was virgin.
No, where was Isa ibn Maryam born? What was the place, the location?
Actually, I don't know. Maybe Israel. I don't know.
Okay, but the prophet Micah, 7 centuries before Jesus was born, said that the prophecy said that the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem of Judea. Can you show me where Isa ibn Maryam was born in Bethlehem of Judea?
So why does matter for you?
Because that's how we know who the identity of Jesus is. The other problem that you have is that he's known as Isa ibn Maryam. No Jew ever names their sons after their mother.
Actually, Jesus was a Jew. You know, all prophets were a Jew. All prophets were a Jew. Abraham were a Jew. All they were Jew. After Jew, Christianity, and after Christianity, Islam.
Islam is an interloper. It's not even an Abrahamic religion. It's not a true religion. It's a false religion.
Actually, I believe the true Christian, true Judaism, true Jews, because they were Muslim. They were believer of one God before, with many different prophets and different books.
They believed in Yahweh. They believed in Yahweh, the one and only true God, not in Allah.
So tell me, what is the name of God in the Hebrew Bible?
I thought you said you read the Bible.
Who is Ilaha? Who is Ilaha? I told you. I ask you.
What do you mean Ilaha? His name is Yahweh. Yod He Wav He.
It is man Allah. You know?
No, it doesn't.
You keep
No, it
denying
doesn't.
Allah, you keep denying God, but this actually mentioned it. But
No,
what
you're trying to do is you're trying to make the biblical God out to be your God, and he's not.